Hey, how's it going? Myles and Dorr here at TACHYVE, and in today's video, we're going to talk to you about our top 5 most underrated pieces of shooting gear.
So we spend a lot of time on the range, both making content and teaching classes, and these 5 items are really a must-have in our opinion, so stay tuned.
All right, welcome back. Before we get to the list, if you have not picked up a DryFireMag yet, make sure to check them out. They're a great training tool.
Yeah, I've always got one on me. You never know where you're gonna need to get those training reps in. I have it, I believe in it, I use it. Go ahead and check them out in the description below. Let's get to the video.
All right, number 1 most underrated shooting gear purchase. What is that?
Gonna have to go with the all-encompassing range box. And for that, I go with the Stanley box. They're fairly inexpensive, they're durable. I've been using them for good 15 years. And the original ones I got in the military, I still have, and now I have a couple, how many do we have? We're close to a dozen now.
Yeah.
And they're great, guys. And if you do a lot of shooting, a lot of different types of shooting, maybe you're into hunting, competitive, military LARPing, whatever it is, you can have a box for each genre, Like for, back at my last job, I had a maritime box with all my shipboarding gear. I had a dive box, I had a sniper box, I had an assaults, kind of my mainstay box that I kept the normal stuff I wore. And now that I'm out, really don't need them that much, but for range, I've got everything I need in there, A to Z. For pistol carbine, no matter what I'm doing on the range, it all fits in one box. It all fits in the car. And I can't say enough good things about them. They're game changers.
They are a godsend. When I first got into this whole industry, having to, maybe taking gear from my place to the car and then at the class, it just wasn't all in one place. And then you get a Stanley box or something similar, like a pellet case or whatever, with wheels. That's important. So you can just drag that baby anywhere you want to, ideally. You can get the ones that without, like regular foot lockers, but I mean, it's something that's so convenient and it keeps just everything organized. So we see a lot of people who don't have that. And if you are training a lot, you're at the range a lot, just throw it all in there.
Yeah, they're very nondescript, they're discreet almost. You can come and go from hotels with them.
Yep.
Anything you need to do, they don't really draw attention. Man, if you don't have one, I would definitely look into getting one. Up next, we have pasters, which is just a fast, easy way to get pasties onto your target.
Paster gun.
Yeah.
Now this is something that, is it a paster or a pasty?
Well, the pasty is the actual, we'll call it projectile that comes out of it. And the paster is the gun that distributes them. But basically, guys.
Whatever it is,
yeah,
same difference.
Yeah, when you're in a hurry, you're teaching classes, you're covering up a lot of shots. These things are a game changer. They save a lot of time versus having to do it the old-fashioned way.
They absolutely do. So a lot of people, they'll usually, if you go to classes, the instructor might give you tape to tape up your shots, or if you're training on your own, you're taping up your shots on the target. The paster gun, it absolutely speeds it up. And it's so funny because we'll be at the range and then there'll be students or other people who haven't used the paster gun, or they seen it but never bought it. They realize, wow, it comes in handy. Goes by quick, makes your training much, much more efficient so that you spend less time taping and more time shooting.
I taught shooting for quite a number of years in the service, and we never had these things. We just did it the old-fashioned way, peeling them off, putting them on. Granted, we had a ton of time to work with, but your range time is valuable, it's limited. So having something as simple as a paster can really save time and make your training experience that much more effective. Honestly, it all comes down to managing your time.
So I highly recommend checking out a paster gun. All right, number 3, what do we have, Dorr?
An expedient, maintenance cleaning kit for your firearms. You don't want to get all the way out to the range, have an issue, and then just be stuck up creek without a paddle, shit out of luck. Tools are there for a reason. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to have the full tackle box or the full military issued kit.
Small kit. Bring only what you need. But the reason why we mentioned this, we can't It's like almost every class, we will have to break out our cleaning kit, our gear, maintenance kits, because students don't have them. And if they don't have them, most likely they don't have them at the range when they're training by themselves, so they can't keep their firearms up and running. So then, they might end their training session pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it's something as simple as a multi-tool, a small bottle of lube. There's a bazillion different brands out there, and they're all pretty much the same. Take your pick. And then maybe even like a bore snake. Just something just to keep the weapon lubed, clean enough to run. That's really all it takes, guys. I haven't had too many issues on the range. You just need enough to keep it going.
And there are a lot of different options out there. You don't have to go crazy, as Dorr mentioned, and you can even create your own cleaning kit. Just pick the specific components and get a little case for it. But if you're interested, we'll leave a few options in the description below.
Number 4.
Number 4, if you spend a lot of time on the range like we do, this is necessary. Bring a portable chair, a folding chair, something, a stool. There's so many times where, as instructors, if we go to a venue that doesn't have a chair, we're standing the whole day and our backs are killing us at the end of the day. And even students too, they'll be standing the whole time, even during lunch, or they'll sit on the ground if they have to, but it's not as comfortable. So something as simple as, again, a stool that you could just collapse, put in your range bag or somewhere in your car, that'll do.
Yeah, you find yourself out on the training range and there's just not a lot of places to sit. There's not a lot of shelter. So if you're going to be out there all day in the elements, maybe it's a hot, sunny day, the more rested you are, the better your training experience is going to be. You're going to get the more out of it. And if you're just tired and beat up, it wears on you and wears on me. So, just having something as easy as a chair to sit on can make a huge difference.
Your lower back and your knees will thank you for it.
Yeah. Last but not least, we have speed loaders. I use speed loaders more for rifle than pistol. I don't really worry about it with pistols much, but a lot of people do use them. I have noticed, though, that there is no faster, easier way to blow out a pair of gloves than jamming mags. So, for the sake of your gloves, maybe look into a speed loader.
For the sake of your sensitive hands, too, for some of our viewers.
Definitely take a look at speed loaders. They save time, they're fairly inexpensive, and if you're having one of those days where it's a high round count and a fast turnaround between drills, shooting sequences, whatever it is you're doing, it can make the difference. You don't want to fall behind, you don't want to be getting stressed out, and just having that, that hack, that tool to kind of help you while you're hopefully sitting in a folding chair, taking a break.
Drinking a beer.
Difference, guys.
No, just kidding.
Around 2 o'clock-ish in the afternoon is generally where we start to see fatigue. People just not, really with it as much as they were, and it degrades training. So speed loaders are a great thing to have.
And what we've noticed is that most beginners don't even know they exist, but they will help you out a lot. And if you're going to a lot of classes, we've noticed that people without the speed loaders, they're usually at the end of the line. They're taking a lot of time. So let's say in between repetitions or in between lessons, you're going to jam your mags, reload your magazines, and they're doing everything manually. And if they haven't done this a lot, they haven't really, they're maybe sensitive to loading the mags. So instructors are waiting for them while the classes, everyone else is waiting like, okay, let's go. So it will make things easier, make things much faster. Highly recommend them. We will leave also some options below.
All right, guys. So that was our top 5 of, underrated range gear. If there's something you think we missed or you have something to add, hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear it. It's all about learning from each other. Everybody's got a different experience out there on the range, so we'd love to hear from you.
And as always, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, we release a video every single day, sometimes twice a day with a short. So if you want to be notified, make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you guys next time.